Scroll number 3, I act like a man of excellence. I have searched for happiness in many wrong places. In the approval of strangers. In the accumulation of things I thought would signal arrival. In arguments won, metrics gained, in the brief warmth of praise from people whose names I will forget. None of it held. None of it was the thing. I know now where it lives. And it has never been outside me. Happiness is found in acting the part that my nature, at its truest, requires. Not performing it. Not announcing it. Not optimizing it for an audience. Acting it cleanly, privately, without need for witnesses. What makes me just, courageous, and free, that is good. What gives me the opposite, that is the only real evil I need to guard against. Everything else, the bad review, the lost deal, the algorithm that buried the work, the quarter that came up short, none of these are evil in the way that matters. They are weather. I am not weather. I am the one who decides how to stand in it. I ask myself each evening, did I act like the person I said I was this morning? The answer is either yes, or it is the work of tomorrow. I act like a man of excellence. Before I take any significant action today, I ask myself one question. Will I regret this? Not in the shallow sense of social consequence, but in the deep sense, does this action become an intellectual being, someone who operates under the same law as the best version of themselves? If the answer is yes, I proceed without hesitation. If the answer is no, I stop. This pause, this single question, is the difference between a life that builds and a life that erodes. I do not need perfect conditions to act with excellence. Marcus commanded armies, managed an empire, buried his children, and still found time every night to examine his own soul and ask, did I act like a good man today? I have no comparable burden. I have a craft, a screen, a set of decisions to make before midnight. The scale is different. The standard is the same. I hold to it, not because anyone is watching, but because I am watching, and I have decided to respect what I see. I act like a man of excellence. I will not be enslaved by things I cannot control. The world's most powerful men, the conquerors, the emperors, the CEOs with their names on buildings, were enslaved to 1,000 concerns beyond their governing part. They accumulated. They grasped. They watched over their shoulders until the end. The philosophers knew something they did not. That a human being, with a clear mind and a just character, already possesses the only thing worth having. I possess it now. I guard it now. When I speak what is true, with calm and without performance. When I act what is just, without needing the action to be witnessed. When I am wronged, I do not burst with indignation at the wrongdoer. I understand that people act from their current level of understanding, and their current level is not my responsibility. I can only hold my own standard. I do, without flinching, without drama, and without apology. I act like a man of excellence. There are things always in my power, even when everything else is stripped away. I can restrain insolence. I can stay superior to pleasure and pain when they try to govern me. I can refuse vainglory, the cheap satisfaction of being seen to be good rather than actually being good. I can hold, without performance, an affectionate concern for the people around me, even those who make it difficult. These are not small things. These are the only things that cannot be taken. I do not confuse myself by imagining every future difficulty at once. The full weight of a life, compressed into a single moment of worry, is enough to paralyze anyone. I refuse this compression. I bring the question down to what is present. Is this, right now, unbearable? It almost never is. And if I can bear what is in front of me, then I can bear the next thing when it arrives. I move through life this way, one action, one choice, one clear moment of excellence at a time. The rational mind, when it is functioning as it was designed, is like a sphere, complete within itself, with no corners that can be struck off by external force. Fire cannot reach it. A bad quarter cannot reach it. The opinion of someone who has not done the work cannot reach it. I build this sphere through daily practice, through each decision made from principle rather than panic. Through each moment, I choose the standard over the shortcut. I act like a man of excellence. Even when I am cut off from the whole, by distraction, by failure, by my own lapse in judgment, I have the power to return. I reunite. I do not declare the gap permanent. I do not build an identity out of the distance I have fallen from my own standard. I simply close the distance. I act again as a man of excellence, beginning from wherever I currently stand. This return is not weakness. It is the most intelligent move available, and I make it without shame. What remains of my life, the hours today, the decisions this week, the work that is waiting, will be spent as my constitution requires, not as reputation requires, not as comparison to others requires, as my nature, at its most clear and most free, requires. I know what that is. I act accordingly. I act like a man of excellence. I act like a man of excellence. I act like a man of excellence.